just drove me insane. Just leave, walk away. Oh, the knife was on the ground. Pick up the knife and kill her.
Could have done that way sooner.
I don't understand it. I can't relate to the ending. The ending really bothered me so much. Okay, everybody. Welcome back to Campfire Spookhouse. Good to see you guys again. I am Scary Terry, and this is
Rock Horror.
And today, for episode 13, we are going to be reviewing Friday the 13th from 1980. Produced and directed by Sean S. Cunningham, written by Victor Miller. It stars Betsy Palmer as Mrs. Voorhees, Adrienne King as Alice, Harry Crosby as Bill, Janine Taylor as Marcy, Laurie Bertram as Brenda, Kevin Bacon as Jack, the classic, legendary Kevin Bacon, Mark Nelson as Ned, Robbie Morgan as Annie, Peter Brewer as Steve Christie, Rex Everhart as the truck driver, Ron Carroll as Sergeant Tierney, Walt Gorney as Crazy Ralph, interesting character.
Yeah.
And the description of the film is a group of teenage camp counselors attempt to reopen an abandoned summer camp with a tragic past, but they are stalked by a mysterious, relentless killer. Its budget was shot in $550,000, and its box office return was $59.8 million. Sparked a franchise.
Absolutely.
And did so well.
Mm-hmm.
So this wasn't my first time watching Friday the 13th. I've seen it before.
Yeah.
I have the collection at home, but I haven't watched these movies nearly enough to be able to actually remember a lot of moments from them.
Yeah.
I don't think the Friday the 13th movies really stood out for me much, even as a kid. It wasn't a franchise that I was like too interested in.
I think that the reason for that is because it probably reminded you of other movies that you would have seen.
Yeah.
Like, I think it rose to the top.
Yeah.
To be probably one of the most popular, what would be then known as like a slasher film.
Yeah.
So like from horror to slasher, like a specific genre.
Yeah.
Of film. And it probably is to this day the most popular or legendary slasher film.
Yeah.
Of course, you know, the 90s came and Scream, and that was that was a thing too. But even Scream reminds you of Jason, right?
Yeah. I think too, like I don't know, like of like Freddy Krueger and Michael Myers. I think Jason was just kind of the one. Like I thought he was cool because the hockey mask.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't know. I couldn't really get into it very much. Those movies, I didn't identify with it as well.
Well, the hockey mask and whatever, like that stuff came later.
Yeah.
This particular movie, there is no hockey mask.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Were you able to identify any themes throughout the film, you think? Any messages that the film was trying to convey?
Well, I think it's hard now. Maybe when I was a kid, I couldn't have seen it coming, but granted, I did see this as a kid. Yeah. But still, I could see things coming because I've watched so many movies.
Yeah.
So I was thinking to myself, just based on the dialogue, when the first time when you find out it's called Camp Blood, and then the way that the contrast between Alice and the locals. Yeah. And she was warned a whole bunch of times. You sure you want to go there? You sure that's the best idea?
Yeah, and Crazy Ralph stepping into it to be like, "Don't, you guys are doomed. Don't do it."
Yeah, well, specifically with Alice, it was like telling a story, and then when it was revealed, when the truck driver was driving her, and he was saying, "Oh, there was a boy drowned." Yeah. In I think 57 and 58. Yeah. Two counselors got murdered, and then the following year, like the water went bad, something like that. Yeah. To me, that spells it out right there. Like someone's coming for revenge for the boy to drown.
Yeah.
Because there was no reason, especially in that opening scene, because it's not Scream. It's not like following the kind of rules of scary movies. It is in itself a scary movie. So so it kind of spelled it out that it was revenge for the boy.
Yeah.
Or there some kind of payback for the boy or whatever. So so for me, there's this underlying current that's supposed to be a mystery, but it's kind of obvious. I'm not even sure if the movie ever really gave you another person that it could be. Only the weird guy, right? And he was pretty straightforward. The actor who portrayed him was so different that he didn't seem like a person that was capable of doing all of those things.
There was kind of a moment when I thought of the counselors, who could it maybe be, but the first time I watched it, there was Bill, the character who wore the red raincoat, and he was playing strip Monopoly.
Yeah.
He seemed to me at first like maybe he could be the one who also cut the snake and killed it, and because it was weird too, because after he killed it and chopped it in half, the camera was showing him with the axe or whatever behind him, and he just kind of looked down at it almost like he was proud of what he did. So I thought, oh, maybe this guy's got a killer streak going to him or something.
For me, all of those things seemed too obvious.
I didn't even know the first time watching. I knew Friday the 13th was associated with Jason Voorhees, so I assumed that Jason was the killer, that he came back to life after dying as a child or something.
Yeah.
So I had no idea that it was his mom first time I watched it.
Yeah. So I didn't know that it was gonna be his mom, but I knew that it was someone. Even him coming back to life, it's
it was going to be a revenge story. At
some point.
So
So this entire, there was just an ominous kind of thing about all of the things, like they were doing these things in vain.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. Not just from what the locals kind of told Alice, which inevitably told the audience.
Yeah.
And then of course she met her fate pretty quickly.
Yep.
It was one of those things where it's doom.
Yeah.
Exactly what you said.
What Crazy Ralph said. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it portrayed that pretty straightforward. So as far as the theme, impending doom.
I also think that because Camp Crystal Lake was indefinitely closed, and then now it's reopened, something's bound to happen. Killings are to restart. As an independent film and a low budget, it was $550,000 was the budget.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the camera work?
As I said, this is one of these movies that you could tell it was a lower budget movie.
Yeah.
At times, and the handheld work.
Yeah.
So the handheld work reminded me of a lot of the movies that we saw.
Yeah.
That we have been seeing that were lower budget horror movies.
Yeah.
That where the camera work. This was one of the movies where I found the handheld camera work. I didn't find that it added to the overall cinematography, because there's such a stark difference between the handheld work and then what a camera that was obviously on a tripod or something. Because it was so still. It was so still and kind of perfect when it was on a tripod, when it was tilting or panning.
Yeah.
And then it was so shaky when it was obviously doing some sort of handheld work.
Yeah, I found shaky too whenever it was following a character.
Yeah, so it was distracting. It was distracting, which kind of take me out of the movie. Of course, you're comparing my 2025 sensibilities to a movie that came out in 1980, so it would have been shot in 79, something like that. So trying not to compare, but we've seen other movies around this time that have had some level of shaky cam.
Yeah.
And I think this is just not one of the best movies for that sort of camera work.
Yeah. I think even like Texas Chainsaw Massacre had better camera work than this film for what we've seen, especially for handheld.
Yeah, so it's camera operator stuff.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, this also had one of the lowest budgets of all the movies that we've seen.
Yeah.
So
how'd you feel about the lighting?
Once again, low budget. Some things seem like almost student film.
Yeah, I got that feeling too when I was watching it. Yeah, I think camera work, it was okay. I think the lighting was okay. I was actually a little bit impressed with the Foley though, the audio. The sound I thought was good. I kind of feel like they focused more on the sound. Maybe they were worried that wasn't gonna.
I think that is probably knowing that they didn't have the best camera operator. At least this film was always expensive, so they didn't have the best of the best. This is one of the best decisions ever when making a film, which is probably put the most effort or the most money into
sound and focus on that. Yeah, yeah, because I thought Sound of Thunder I thought was good. What's her name? Mrs. Voorhees, when she was shouting from outside to lure that girl out of the cabin. It was very clear.
Yes.
So I think the audio I was impressed with that was good.
And the Jason sound,
the cha 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 sound kind. It's funny because I
don't remember it being that goofy sounding.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I thought it was more like, but it's like.
Yes, yeah, and it's like it was scary to hear it as a kid, and I'm like, this is actually really cool and unique for a horror film to let that kind of be the score of a film, just like the sound. But then hearing it now as I'm watching, I'm like, oh, this is actually kind of cringy to listen to. Yeah, man, and I'm like, yeah, pretty much. It's I don't know, and I didn't always find that it worked in the background when they would play it during specific scenes, especially at the opening, right when the I would assume Mrs. Voorhees walked in 1958 to the cabin where everyone was sleeping, and then they played the sound and then just stopped it right afterwards. You didn't hear it again for a little bit, and I'm I'm not really I'd rather hear music over this, some more kind of scary sound, than to listen to this. But however, as far as music goes, that just being okay with the sound, this shit took a real turn by the end, after Mrs. Voorhees kind of announced who she was. And then it had, I was saying to you, the music was strikingly similar to Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, which makes me feel like if you're looking at this film from the psychological aspect of Mrs. Voorhees, it must have been shaped or influenced in some way by Psycho.
I think that was one of the things that I thought that Mrs. Voorhees would have been like the surviving mother if Norman Bates was killed, or maybe she killed him or whatever.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I think she would have been a crazy person as well.
Yeah.
So it was just a case of this was a crazy person, and so then it's more like the audience kind of figuring out her psychology.
Yeah.
During those scenes, when she's doing the voice of Jason as a little boy, and what he's saying to her, she's having conversations with herself. I think that was some of the more compelling stuff.
I agree.
Plus, I think that what's her name who played that role?
The actress?
Yeah.
Betsy Palmer?
Yes. So I think that Betsy Palmer did an excellent job
She did.
of balancing those things. Even the look that she had, her delivery.
But her eyes were every time you would see a shot of her when she would deliver a line, you could see in her eyes that she's beyond repair.
Yeah.
This lady, and she's very committed to killing every counselor. And we know this too whenever she's communicating in Jason's voice, like her son's voice.
Yeah.
Like, kill her, mommy, kill her.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh god, this lady she's nuts.
Yeah.
How do you think? What'd you think about the kills?
Kind of what I expected.
Mm-hmm.
As far as
Low budget and so forth.
yeah, I thought that it got creative, and even the foreshadowing with like the bow and arrow range.
Yeah, like when I liked when the girl was out there and she was kind of standing by the target, but then didn't show her get hit and nothing like that. But then we just kind of assumed. But what was also interesting that threw me off a bit was I'm waiting to see her get hit with the arrow.
Yep.
And then when we see the arrows again, it was actually Bill, who was hanging on the back of the door, and he had one in his eye, and I think it was a couple in his chest.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that was actually a nice misdirection that you pulled there.
Yeah, that was excellent misdirection.
The makeup was good with his eye too, with the arrow being in his eye. I thought the Kevin Bacon's girlfriend, when she got the axe to the head, that was probably the best looking kill in my opinion. I thought that was done really well.
Yeah, I agree. That was the best.
I think performances in the film, I bought them. Like, I was convinced. I thought everybody did as best as they could. I thought everybody kind of committed and got into the role. The only like really annoying character for me though, I thought, was Annie, the main girl in the truck at the beginning, who was like trying to get to Camp Crystal Lake.
Yeah.
Her voice was just really so annoying. I couldn't stand to listen to it. She just sounded fake.
I don't know. I didn't mind Annie. She didn't seem fake to me. I think to me what I received was that she was like the person that didn't belong.
No.
And that's why she...
But she's also very naive and trusting.
And that's why she got taken out so quickly.
True, yeah. What about the main girl that played Alice?
I think that Alice would be the blonde, right?
Yeah, well, Alice was the one who fought Mrs. Voorhees in the end.
Yes, so yeah, the blonde with the little...
Yeah.
Yeah, so I liked her character. I kind of knew that she was going to be the one, just based on the fact that she wanted to leave.
Yeah, so she'd be probably the most committed to surviving.
Yes, and the camp counselor, the guy who was redoing the camp.
Yeah.
When he was like, okay, just stick around
Steve,
until Friday. Yeah, until Friday. And then she agreed, kind of like reluctantly, but she did agree. And I thought to myself that that was enough for me to believe that she was going to be there by the end.
Yeah. True. There was the one character too, Ned also actually was annoying. That was like the one who was always joking around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted him to go like as quick as possible.
Yeah.
And he just anytime I find that you watch a horror movie, especially from the 70s or 80s though, I feel like you're gonna have a Ned in that movie. There's gonna be that character that's just like fucking around, trying to have too much fun, not taking anything serious, and then they're the ones who usually get killed really quick.
Yeah, I think that that was probably one of the beefs. Like, you know, in the beginning, when we started on this scary movie journey, we talked about not being able to relate.
Yeah.
This is one of those movies where I can't really see myself as a character in a movie.
Yeah. I'm
not going to no Murder Lake.
Dude,
Blood Lake or whatever.
I'm not interested in camp counseling. No, I don't want to do that. I also like We gotta talk the ending for a minute, man, because
Yeah.
holy fucking shit, like, I'm so annoyed by the ending of that movie because it kind of felt like not as severe as or bad as Texas Chainsaw Massacre when they were having like the table scene, but it just played out so much. It's like the Mrs. Voorhees would follow Alice to one location, and then they would have a little spat or whatever, and then have like a fight, and then okay, Alice gets away. She like manages to gain the upper hand. So then now she runs to another location, and then now Mrs. Voorhees is gonna end up at that location, and then they get into another little fight, and then Alice gains the upper hand and runs to another location. It's like, dude, please, just every time you're gaining the advantage, so just kill her. Right, and I told you, man.
Kill her and incapacitate her or something.
She's killed. Mrs. Voorhees has killed everybody. So you're not going to prison for killing her. It's self-defense. So just murder her. But never. And I knew that it was gonna end up back at the lake.
Yeah.
Because that was where her boy died. So that would be kind of the final closing moment. I knew that was gonna happen. But it took 21 minutes to get to that point.
Yeah, it was that was a frustrating scenes. It reminded me of
My God.
you know, the stereotypical slasher things. Because even earlier on, when you could say like Alice was the lamb for a slaughter, she was limping and falling because she had jumped out of a moving car.
Oh, Annie. Yeah.
Annie,
yeah,
not
yeah.
Alice. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then Alice just. It was like she was Dory. She kept forgetting that this person was trying to kill her.
Yeah, like I think she just thought, oh, Mrs. Voorhees is knocked out. I knocked her out because she went down and didn't get back up. So let me just take my time. And then when she goes and sits in the boat, and like I can understand like sitting in the boat and then like taking off, but just sitting in the boat, kind of reflecting, like, oh wow, I did really well. Like, yeah. I'm very proud of myself. Like, wow, I smacked her in the head with a frying pan. Yeah, not many people can say they've done that, right? That's great. No, fucking move, do something. And how many opportunities did she have to throw something or at this chick or look for Mrs. Voorhees, like look for something to attack her with?
Quite a few.
So many, and it's like you're just doing nothing. And then it's like, when she did smack her in the head with the frying pan, when she was coming out of that closet, and she went down, and she just like walked alongside of her, almost as if to check every part of her body to make sure that she's actually down. It just drove me insane. Just leave, walk away. Oh, the knife was on the ground. Pick up the knife and kill her.
She never even attempted to take it.
It's
the only moment that she took it was right before she lobbed off that noggin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could have done that way sooner.
I don't understand it. I can't relate to the ending. The ending really bothered me so much.
Yeah, I would say that the ending did bother me too.
I love the delivery. I love how
it still didn't bother me as much as Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Agreed.
But yes, it was annoying.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre was like an hour and a half, but it was like an hour and 17 minutes, just that one table scene that just kept going back and forth. Yeah. But it's like, no, like this one, I loved how she was announced, who Mrs. Voorhees was, and she explained her story of her son. Fantastic. But then it's like everything that followed afterwards, it should have been done a little quicker than it was. There also shouldn't have been like 6 potential different death locations. So that drive me crazy. But Kevin Bacon though, how'd you think of him?
Kevin Bacon was Kevin Bacon.
He was Kevin Bacon, but like
he did a solid / great performance.
Yeah.
And even when it was time for him to get his knife through his jugular,
I like the blood that splurted out. Though that was good.
All of those things were believable to me.
Yeah.
And that is impressive for a $500,000 budget.
I also feel like too. I was thinking about it. If he didn't get killed the way he did, I feel like he could have survived or made it to the end, because he seemed pretty resourceful. He seemed like he was smart. I mean, he knew how to back up the generator.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, I feel like, you know, he probably would have made it to the end if not for that. But I think I'm kind of angry, too, that he died as early as he did. Because it's Kevin Bacon. You don't just kill Kevin Bacon, like, half hour into the movie.
I think that's one of the reasons why his character had to go was so that they could, like, the story could deal with more people and then put a spotlight on Alice. If there was another really capable person that the audience liked, then it would have been a different movie. True.
Yeah. Aside from, like, Ned, who kind of annoyed me a little bit, and Annie, I don't think anybody gave a weak performance. No. I think the film, overall, the cast was really good.
Mm-hmm.
But Betsy Palmer definitely is actually the performance that stood out the most to me as Mrs. Voorhees.
Absolutely.
It kind of makes me want to see the actress in more films, to be honest. I don't really know her from anything else other than this.
No, she looks familiar, but then I was like, why does she look familiar even though not sure I ever saw her before?
Yeah. Overall, though, what are your thoughts on the film? How do you feel about Friday the 13th?
I think Friday the 13th is another one of those legendary films.
Yeah.
That people will always remember, that were responsible for some sort of trend.
Yeah.
Or some sort of leaning because of the success.
Yeah.
But it also reminds me of other movies. It's not like a completely new concept and idea.
Yeah.
So I think that it's good, but it's one of those good. It's like if there was a list, and I suppose that's a list that we're making as we watch these week after week.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a list of the top 100, I don't know, horror movies, it'll probably make the list, but I wouldn't put it.
It's not going to be high up there, though.
No. I wouldn't put it any higher than the high 70s.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying that not really knowing all of the types of movies out there, but it just seems to me like it's not good enough to be classified as a great, but it is legendary.
It is, but for what it became, though, if the movie had just stayed what it was and there was no sequels to it, I don't think it wouldn't matter as much to me.
Yeah.
But the ending it really just took a lot out of the film for me. So out of 5 jump scares, I have to give this one 3.5, and I'm confident with it. The lighting could have used more work. The camera work as well. The audio I was impressed with. The kills were good. The acting was good enough.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I had a real hard time relating with that ending, though, man. So I think for that alone, I gotta give it 3.5.
Yeah. For this particular movie,
mm-hmm.
I would go a little bit higher, not too much high, at a 3.6.
Okay.
So 3.6 jump scares from this guy.
Nice. 3.6 from Rock Horror, 3.5 from me.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know what you guys think. I'm sure some of you actually probably give the film 4.5 or 5 even, maybe a perfect score. Just because I know there's a lot of Jason fans out there and of the franchise. So let us know what you guys think of the movie. Make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. Give comments and recommend movies to us that you want to see us review for you. Yeah. And we'll give you a shout out. And don't forget to be here next week and tune in for episode 14. We will be reviewing Wes Craven's A Nightmare on Elm Street. So make sure you guys are there. It's going to be fun. And we'll see you guys then. I am Scary Terry. Once again, this is
Rock Horror.
And we are Campfire Spookhouse, where we scare ourselves awake. Take care, guys. See you next week.
Take care.